Edition of the Field of 68 Live. We can't say after dark, gentlemen, because it's still light out. Rob Dawson here. I got Terrence Oglesby, the rifleman. I got Wake Forest legend Randolph Childress. A couple of ACC guys, which means we had to bring on ACC champion Mike Young of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Mike, how you doing, man? Appreciate you being here.
Rob, I'm good. Thanks for having me on. Good to be with you.
Look, we got you. When I asked you to come on the show, do you remember what you said back to me?
No.
You said have a Heineken ready for me.
Yeah.
And there's one thing
that's
that
a simple ask.
Here.
It's a simple ask.
We made sure that
he's not high maintenance.
The Heineken's ready for you, and more than just one.
I'm appreciative. How long you want me to stay, fellas? I'm in. Do we have an opener?
We got an opener.
Hey, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out.
We'll make it happen.
I'm set. I am all set.
Jim Root, open that beer for us.
Yeah, Jim Root will do it.
Yeah, somebody going to use their teeth.
Yeah.
You got the ring trick. It's not a twist off. Thanks, man. Please do.
That's the way to start out the show right there.
Well,
that's the way to start out the show.
I'm appreciative. Thanks very much.
So on our show, all season long, Terrence Oglesby over there was talking up Virginia Tech, right? They're the sleeper team you need to keep an eye on. They're better than their record says they are. The metrics are telling us that they're really good. What changed during the tournament, and what changed down the stretch of the season that allowed you guys to kind of make that run you did?
The simple answer is we started playing better basketball. The more detailed answer is, and Randolph knows this, T.O. knows this, we had high-character people in that locker room. When we were 2-7, 10-10, we never splintered. We stayed the course. We hung in there, continued to practice well. And then we caught a couple of breaks, and we won a couple in a row, and then we won 3. And then it is the most memorable season I think I've had in my 20 years as a head coach for a number of reasons. I took it to heart. We were better than our record indicated. We were not playing very good basketball. And last time I checked, guys, that comes back to the head coach. But those guys hung in there. There was never a group of 2 or 3 over in that corner, 2 or 3 over in that corner. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Hey, man, you should be playing 35 minutes a game. You aren't getting enough shots. It was always, what do we need to do to win tomorrow? What do we need to do to play better defensively? We were 15th, dead last in our league defensively. We couldn't guard anything, but slowly but surely we came around. We finished the year in 5th defensively in those numbers. And it was a sight to behold. It was a lot of fun to be a part of.
Storm Murphy. I talked to you at ACC Media Days, and man, he's a killer. I love the kid. I'm glad he's back with me. His progression throughout the season. I mean, he was terrific.
We're just a simple correction, if you don't mind. We're going through the legal process now. We've changed his name to March Murphy.
March Murphy.
It's no longer Storm Murphy. So let's go on record.
We're going March Murphy.
All right, it's March Murphy.
March Murphy.
Just a thumbnail sketch of our team and our season. He was struggling. He was not playing very well. He would be the first to admit that. We had a couple of long conversations. Our fan base was, shall we say, a little over the top with their criticism. Right. But like our team, Storm hung in there. We had another kid emerge at the point guard spot. Sean Padula played really good basketball for us as a rookie, and Storm got his footing, found his footing, was very, very good over the last third of the season, and then certainly in the ACC tournament. Lord sakes above, he was phenomenal. 5 made threes against Clemson, 4 in the first half. I thought he had a great tournament. Really, really good against Duke in the final. Couldn't happen to a better person. I love coaching that guy.
I thought he got better. I thought he was too passive early on, and he was turning down opportunities, and it hurt your team. As he got more aggressive and more comfortable, it just resonated through the team, and obviously you guys
I think
pretty solid.
I think it's a great point, Randolph. Our league took a lot of hits. We took a lot of hits from you guys.
Yeah.
All right. ACC's down, bad year. I think we need to temper those expectations as we move along.
Do you want an apology from Goodman?
Goodman?
Jeff, come here.
I would like for you to issue a formal apology to the Atlantic Coast. To the Atlantic Coast.
We had one today.
All right, come here.
We had one today.
My point.
The one-bit ACC.
The one-bit ACC. Yeah. I saw all that. All right, I saw all that, and it upset
piss
me.
you off?
It did. Yes.
Did you have how many Heinekens did you have after you heard that?
A couple. That doesn't make me a bad
know.
guy. But we're at an age when we're all trying to integrate new pieces. I'm trying to bring along a kid that I know well, but he's new to our team. I think we're all, as we move along. Now, the criticism was warranted. Our league wasn't great other than Duke in November, December. But the last time I checked, there are 4 teams here, and 2 of them are from our league. The last time I checked, there were 8 teams standing, and 3 of them were from our league. Notre Dame was phenomenal in the Sweet 16 game. Could very well have moved along. So I've said my piece.
All right, I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm a Pac-12 guy.
Yeah.
I went to Arizona. The Pac-12 stunk last year. It still got 3 of 8 teams in the Elite 8.
Yes.
That doesn't always mean, like, sometimes teams can get hot at the right time.
True.
Like Carolina has gotten really hot. They're peaking at the right time.
Man, they're playing great basketball.
Right? So you can't argue. Listen, nobody cares what Hubert Davis did now in November,
Nor should
December,
they.
January.
Nor should they.
Because what matters to people, our sport is based, unfortunately, on what happens in March.
I couldn't agree more.
Which sucks in a way.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's the reality of it. So, listen, I'm with you. The problem is, again, you base your resumes as leagues in November and December. That's the problem.
How about this? I just so admire Coach Davis and what he's done with his team. They lost to Pittsburgh at home.
Yeah, they sure
now,
did.
Coach Capel's team played a really good ball game. They lost to Pittsburgh at home, okay? We've got them next. We've got them at our place, and that place is jumping. That place is nuts. And we are playing good basketball,
playing well.
and we could not have been more excited, and North Carolina clipped our wings. I mean, they played a whale of a ball game. I think they've won 9 of 10. All right, their lone loss coming to us in the semifinals of the ACC tournament. So for Coach Davis to manage and massage that group and get them here, and I think what a testament to his abilities. Cheers, everyone. Good to be with you. Good to be with you. I think a real testament to his.
You can have it.
I'm going to.
We're not going to take it back.
We go back 30 years.
We're not going to take it back.
We don't have to encourage.
Here we go.
There it is. Hey, Coach, some of that stuff, you talk about your reputations made in November, December. The ACC relies on a lot of transfer players, a lot of younger players. That takes some time,
yes,
right?
You better believe it.
Yep.
Especially kids in the back. Any player.
Look at Brady Manick.
North
Brady
Carolina
Manick is
is trying to bring Manick into the fold.
Yep.
I think he's the key to their team. Baycoat's going to have a double-double. I don't care who he's playing Saturday, all right? He's a double-double machine. He's terrific. Caleb Love has been really, really good. Manick is averaging 20 points a game over the last – I think the only game he hasn't been over 20 was our game when he had – now, we were different. We had the ability to switch, okay? Manick is not as good as he is. He's not a butt kicker in the post. But we just talked and we talked and we talked in the lead up to that game. You can't give him a blink. If he's got a blink, he's going to put it in the hole.
Yep.
And we took that away from him. He didn't make a 3 in our game. We were lucky. I think we held him under 10 points, and we thought that was the key to the game.
Yeah. Not letting him get going is huge. And
He had 10, but he was 0 for
Powell.
5.
Like, you couldn't find 2 more different players, but it's almost like who can guard who there? I'm not sure either can really guard either guy. And that's the crazy part. We look at Paulo and you say, like, he's a monster. I mean, he is terrific. But, again, it's going to be tough for Paulo to get out and guard Brady Manick.
Paulo is a monster. He's exceptional, well documented. I couldn't agree more. What a basketball player. I think it'll come down to who can score more in transition, where they're both really, really good. We were lucky. I mean, just how we play, and our lineup
I don't
is
know if you're
different.
lucky. I think you're not lucky.
So Luma and Mutz and their ability to switch, and really negated Mark Williams, and he couldn't play a whole lot, nor could Theo John. So Coach was going to have to go with Paulo at the 5 and A.J. Griffin at the 4. And Mark is such a talented person. Baycoat's going to be on the floor. Consequently, Mark Williams is going to be on the floor. We were able to keep Duke and North Carolina out of transition in that particular game, in those particular games, and that might be everything.
What did the question I always get people when we talk about you, one of the things that always comes up is, man, he can coach his ass off. Like, I hear that from every coach, and I know, again, you're humble. That's not something you necessarily want to hear, but what did you learn by being at Wofford, by maybe not having as much talent as some other teams, even in your league over the years? Because Wofford was a very tough job when you got it. It got progressively a little bit better before you left. But how much did that force you to have to maybe coach even more than certainly you even have to do at Virginia Tech?
Jeff, I think more than that, and you know where I'm coming from when I say this. I'm so respectful of that league and thankful that I cut my teeth in that league. That's a great league, and it continues to get better. But, fellas, go nose to nose with Bob McKillop as many times as I did, you're going to make you grow up. All right, or he's going to flatten your nose every time he plays you. John Kress at the College of Charleston, Larry Hunter, Western Carolina, Bob Hoffman, Mercer. That'll put some marks on your rear end, and it did for me. And I think as much as anything, those experiences. I heard Larry Hunter say one time at Western Carolina, "You come out of this league, you've seen a lot. You've coached against other really good coaches." And very few things are going to surprise you. That's been my experience.
Coach, you've had Darius Maddox shoot above 50%. You've had Hunter Couture exploded some games. Fletcher McGee, all these shooters. I mean, me and Randolph, we watch these games and we salivate because of all these open looks guys get.
You two guys would love to play for me.
That's right.
Or you played for a great one, Oliver. You played for a great one, in Coach Odom. You guys would have had a different shade of green. There's not a shade of green. It would have been, and I would have run you off so many screens your head would be spinning.
Yeah. But Couture was like, he was coming with you to Wofford.
Yeah.
And then you take him with you, and he's turned into a terrific player.
Had 3 guys now, 3 guys on your team that were SoCon players.
Mm-hmm. And one that came from Delaware. Mutz came from Delaware.
Right. I mean, think about that. Like, you won in the ACC. Again, I mean, I was there for your tournament game when I saw Luma. Like, you knew he was good enough.
Hey, fellas, I think maybe my background, I'm not getting into all this 4-star, 5-star stuff. I see some of those 5 stars, no thank you.
You might not know what to do with them.
I may not know what to do. There's a couple of them now I'd figure it out. They would make me a better coach. But are they good boys? Are they good guys?
Yeah.
They had a good heart.
Good boys.
Are they about to?
Your culture was, having watched it and seen it in the most difficult times. I mean, again, I watched you guys.
You saw
after I was there.
Yes.
We talked about that before we started. At Carolina, you guys had just lost on the road at BC. Coming into Carolina, you knew it was going to be a tough game on the road. You guys hadn't been home in forever. You guys were on a long road trip, and then you had to play Carolina at Carolina. And you guys never wavered.
Nope.
There was no panic. It was just consistent. But I wanted to ask you, how much of the evolvement of your freshmen, the growth of your freshmen, because early on you didn't have a bench. I think by the time I covered you were 0-4 to start. In your first game against Notre Dame, you won. And into that game, you might have had, they might have been single digits from your bench in scoring. And then by the time we get to the second half of the season, Sean Padula's playing really good basketball. Darius Maddox was out there playing. You had gotten minutes from your bench, significant minutes that was impactful. And do you think that was, obviously to your staff and yourself, but that helped turn things around and extend to make that run to win the ACC tournament?
Maybe the key to all of it. Randolph, when I saw you at North Carolina, I was in such a bad place. I couldn't get my arms around it. We were doing so much through Aluma and Mutz. we weren't scoring enough to win.
Yeah.
I've never had a team I thought, I would find my team there. Our bench play was sporadic at best.
Yeah.
And then, the lights come on, and the emergence of Padula he scored 19 points against Texas in the NCAA. He had some the guy scored 5 threes at Florida State. 5 threes in the first half, and then bangs his next one to start the second half. Maddox was awesome. He was awesome.
He hit that three against Clemson
the guy
right in front of me.
The guy scores like he breathes.
Yeah.
He laces his shoes up, and
He's
you
gifted.
expect he's going to. The guy shot over 50% from 3. And I'm begging him. Hey, again, you guys would love to play for me. I'm begging him to shoot more. Shoot the ball, buddy. All right, we're running all this stuff for you. Let it go. David Gasson helped our team win games. John Aggiocco came off the bench in spots to help our team win. Bigger body. So yeah, to your point, Randolph, those guys were exceptional. Helped us greatly.
All right, well, listen, we're going to let you get to dinner. We appreciate you stopping by. Take the other.
Yeah, we'll take a few other ones.
Take the others.
So, are you kidding me? You guys know me well. I'm not leaving Heineken on the table. There's not a chance. Appreciate it, man.
Listen,
Thanks for having me.
Great seeing you. Mike Young, Virginia Tech head coach. And I got to get my ass to Blacksburg.
Yes, you do.
I know, I will.
Hey,
I
the
will.
most
I'll get out
underrated
there.
venue
I'll
in
get
the
out
league.
there. Yeah,
No
I will.
question.
I'll get
Always
out there.
welcome.
Absolutely.
You know that.
All right, well, listen, appreciate it. Enjoy dinner. Enjoy your time here, and I don't need to be seeing you out in Bourbon Street too late tonight.
No,
all right?
not a chance.
No, the wife's here.
Too far
You better
down the
get home.
road. Too far down the road. Thanks, fellas.
That's both
Appreciate
of
it.
us.
Thanks,
All right,
Coach. Great to
so
see
there
you.
he is, Virginia Tech head coach Mike Young, joining us here in the Field of 68 after dark. And
I can't.
Austin, you want to tap back in or no?